Hey, and welcome to another Geek Out commentary. Today we're going to continue our 75th anniversary of Batman by covering the only Batman animated film that saw a theatrical release, Batman Mask of the Phantasm. Yay! And yes, it was a spin-off of the popular Batman animated series that started in September of 1992. This movie came out the following year based on the first season's success on Christmas Day, 1993. So have either of you guys seen this film before?
Yes. We actually all watched it together.
Yeah. Well, I remember seeing it in theaters when it came out.
Yeah, I saw it on VHS.
We might as
me
well,
too.
introduce ourselves too, since we usually do that before each.
Yeah, probably be a good idea. My name's Sam, by the way.
I'm Chris.
I'm Jake.
And we're going to be talking about this. So again, spin-off of the animated series based on the popularity. It was originally intended to go straight to video, like the Tiny Toons straight to video movie, How I Spent My Summer Vacation.
So good.
It is, but at the last minute, the Warner Brothers was like, "Hey, the show is really successful. Why don't you guys? We're going to inflate your budget, and you're going to go for theatrical release," which means they had to change their aspect ratios at like the last minute. So a lot of
Now, what point were they in the animated series when this movie came out?
it was
Does it matter?
Yeah, well, they had just wrapped season 1. It had been received very well, and so they developed this alongside season 2.
Okay.
Which is season 2 for me is like my favorite season of animated series, because then Riddler doesn't show up until season 2, and Ra's al Ghul doesn't show up until season 2.
Riddler was one of my favorite animated series villains.
Yeah, him and Scarecrow are probably my two favorite animated series villains, and of course the Joker does a great job. The inclusion of the Joker in this film, still played by Mark Hamill, was a last-minute decision because they were originally they wanted to separate this from as much as what was going on in the animated series as possible, kind of a standalone Batman story, like a straight-up crime story.
Which is weird because they, for people that have already seen it, which I can't imagine why you would listen to us talk over it if you haven't seen it yet. Mm-hmm. It is kind of weird that like by the end of it, you're kind of left thinking that maybe the Joker's been killed.
Yeah. I mean, he does have he kind of bursts on the scene like you don't see the Joker coming, and all of a sudden he does. He's a kind of a force of nature and a wild card, as it were, in this film, and that's how I like him the best. But
Okay.
let's. We're actually watching this one digitally, and we have it paused. So
normally we like queue up the DVD and we tell you when we're hitting play or whatever. Like he said, we're watching it digitally. So I'm gonna go ahead and assume that everyone has already like hit play and you got the video track ready to go. Just go ahead and knock it as far back as you can get. Get the counter to 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. That's where I am, and then I'm gonna hit the play button in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play, and we're off. There's the beautiful Warner Brothers logo.
Mm-hmm.
which unfortunately this time does not turn into a blimp with spotlights.
Yeah, which was usually like one of the cooler parts about the opening.
Yeah.
That being said, this opening does have its own cool merits.
Well, the CGI opening of Gotham City was something that they did because of the increased budget when they found out they were going theatrical.
That and the weird theme song,
which was still composed by Shirley Walker, who did the music for the animated series.
Yeah. But when you get a big budget and a theatrical release, you're going to throw in Gregorian chants.
Yeah.
I mean, it is pretty chilling, though. It kind of sets the mood.
And, of course, I always love the fact that Gotham City has red skies.
Well, red sun at night, sailor's delight.
Red sun at morning, sailor's warning.
Yeah. I don't know how Batman factors into that, but there you go. Oh, hey, look, Shirley Walker. And Bruce Timm, one of my favorite people at Warner Brothers. Mostly because all of this stuff is designed on his artwork, right? Yeah.
Tom Ruegger would later go on and create Freakazoid, if you like that show.
It's a great show.
Now, do you think this stands alone as like a straight-up theatrical film, or do you think it's just an extended episode of the animated series?
Standalone.
Yeah, I think it does a decent job as a standalone. Batman has a problem with that.
Most awkward run ever.
Right?
The slippery table.
But I do like how they had like the bullets like kind of looking like they were going through, you know, unlike the typical cinematic notion that like wood is bulletproof and you can hide behind a table and not get shot.
I do like the animation style. Kind of reminds me of it was
For good measure.
Yeah. He's dead. I always liked how the animation style was inspired by the Fleischer Superman cartoon.
Yes, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. And why are you covered with a smoke trail?
Did they ever explain how the Phantasm is apparently bulletproof?
I don't think so.
Not to my knowledge, no.
So when this movie came out, I could draw the greatest Phantasm of all time,
Mhm.
like fucking Bruce Timm Phantasm.
Yeah.
But ask me to draw anything else in this movie, and I forget how to draw.
Not even Batman.
I can't draw Batman.
They're like 95% the same.
You would
thing.
think.
Yeah, all you gotta
But
do is
you can go back to like my journals or like scribble notes from like homework assignments like back in elementary school, and you'll see like the Phantasm everywhere, and then you'll see a very frustrated Batman emblem that's, oh, it's not right.
2 ears. Come
Yeah,
on.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the fact that you had to put fingers on both the hands.
Yeah. Exactly.
Have you tried drawing it since?
No.
Yeah. I'd love to see a
It's probably terrible.
Now you've just forgotten how to draw, period.
Yeah. I wish I could draw. I mean, that'd be...
You should learn how to draw so we can make a comic.
There you go. Now, which is your favorite of the Bruce Timm Batman suits? Because there's a couple different ones, isn't there, through the series?
There's definitely 2.
Yeah.
There's like this one and then the
Season 4.
Yeah,
Batman
where
Adventures.
the
Black and gray.
where it's the big fat one.
Red and green.
You know,
I like the yellow symbol.
yeah. Yeah. Overall, I preferred the series with this costume. Season 4, I didn't like the artistic drawing as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
And ponytail Nightwing, really?
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, he has it in the comics, too, at that point. I like how this, like the Tim Burton Batman films, could take place in the 1930s as well as now.
Yeah, that's like the cars and the TVs and
Fashion
stuff like
sense,
that. Yeah.
Kind of a timeless quality to the whole thing.
He's getting his fingerprints all over it. World's greatest detective. What? Come on. Oh, of course.
So,
I know where you're going with this.
do you want me to just spoil this for you?
Again, if they're watching this, then they should have already seen it. I don't understand why anyone would watch it without.
So Andrea Beaumont's that chick is totally the Phantasm. What is she doing flying back into Gotham City?
She was clearly just in Gotham City.
A poorly written red herring. Or misdirect. Not
Cool
red herring.
thing, though, Andrea Beaumont's voiced by Daniel Delaney, who voices Lois Lane in Superman the Animated Series.
That's right.
Yeah.
We actually remember, Sam, this is a couple months ago now, we started rewatching the Superman animated series.
By which we watched the first 2 episodes.
The first 3. Watch the first
the origin.
For a basically, and, a kid's cartoon show, it's pretty ballsy for them to basically go almost 2 full episodes without Superman showing up.
Yeah.
To really expand on the origin of Superman. I think it's a great 3-part episode.
Mm-hmm. Wow, why doesn't she have, like, whites of her
She's
eyes?
Jesus.
She's a bug. And then he 69's you. Burn.
That guy in the bottom right is so confused.
I don't know if that's a smile or a... Okay, now we're back in... Okay, it's still questionable.
What? And now for backstory that has no precedence that we've never heard of.
I do like how they don't tell the origin of Batman until this film, really. We never see it in the animated series.
It's also creepy that Thomas Wayne looks like my dad.
Maybe you're Batman.
Like in the Dark Knight Returns, the art, and then especially in the animated film they did, like, I remember watching the movie and immediately texting my brother and sister a picture of that and being like, "Dude, this is insane."
Same thing happened with me and Breaking Bad. Bryan Cranston, like his bald self, looks just like a very skinny version of my dad.
Pop that collar.
God.
So, I mean, it doesn't need to be said. We'll say it anyway. But, of course, the great Kevin Conroy is Batman.
Yes.
Mostly everyone agrees their favorite. Well, most people I talk to, their favorite Batman is Kevin Conroy.
Yeah, or at least the favorite voice actor to do Batman, for sure. Maybe not like live action included in that.
Certainly the longest running Batman.
True that. God, that collar's really annoying.
That and the fact that he has cat eyes.
Especially since it like doesn't like the bottom half of it doesn't really look like it's popped unless he's like turned just the right direction. To become Batman.
What is that
You
even mean?
you just thought about all the bad guys he's crushed. Espa?
Thank you, Andrea.
That's how you know she's a keeper.
Yeah. He's like, she's crazy like me. This will be perfect.
I love it. I love him crazy. That's why I keep Harley Quinn all around.
Starlight Express. Starlight Express.
Is that Spider-Man?
Yes.
Unlike
Kept him tied up.
Yeah, it doesn't even bother to untie him.
unlike Spider-Man, the animated series, the bad guys in this show could actually use guns.
Yeah, and Batman could punch people.
Yeah. Which
I-
I always thought was weird. Like
Yeah.
even watching it before I had, while I was a little kid and I hadn't like read up on like how they censored, the hell out of like Spider-Man and whatnot. Like,
Mm-hmm.
like I liked Spider-Man the animated series, but I always thought it was weird that like everything just ended up being like grapple and toss. And laser guns.
What made it weird is that both shows were on Fox Kids.
Yeah.
I bought the first season recently of that show. It still holds up pretty well, surprisingly, for a show that is so restricted.
Yeah. I remember seeing a thing that was like, yeah, we once got a note that said, hey, when Spider-Man jumps down on the roof, can he not disturb the pigeons? So they just like had to erase the pigeons out of the scene. So Spider-Man's New York has no pigeons.
I actually think I watched the Spider-Man series more than I watched Batman when I was younger.
I certainly watched both. I think his greatest gadget, the mallet. Yeah, I would say I probably watched Batman more. I didn't really watch much of
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
I didn't watch much of Superman.
I didn't really either.
It was between this and X-Men. Really.
I was such a big Superman fan, but like, yeah, I can't remember getting really into that Superman cartoon.
My big problem with Superman, the animated series, is that as the series progressed, it became more of like, who's Superman teaming up with this week?
Like Batman Brave and the Bold?
Yeah, but that's all Brave and the Bold's supposed to be.
I do like the little
Space
like
Ghost.
those intros they have, where they have like the 2-3 minute intros that have nothing to do with the series or the upcoming episode.
Batman teams up with Haunted Tank.
Yeah, he has the question too,
What about Batman Jones?
and Doom Patrol. But yeah, I think my favorite DC animated show is
My plan to become a mummy is slowly working.
is Justice League Unlimited.
JLU is probably my second favorite.
I'm going to go with Young Justice, actually.
Yeah,
JLU being like a strong
that's like the
second,
ultimate
though.
crash course in like DC characters. It's great.
Did she just like walk up and like palm strike him in his sore area? Like,
His-
oh, what happened to you? Bam.
Remember that scene in year one where he kicks a tree in half?
Yeah. Breaks a brick wall too, if I remember.
Yeah.
Pretty saucy.
Well, I'm glad that went consensually. That could have been really awkward. And Alfred goes back inside to get the condoms. There you go. Good job. He's been sitting in that room for 5 days.
5
years. Sorry, that's an inside joke with us from the last time we watched this.
I mean, if anyone listening to that understood what that meant, it'd be like, how the fuck did you guys know what that means? Because you've never told anybody. But now you know.
Well,
Well, they know it's a thing.
yeah. The worst part is it's not even that scene that we were talking about, I don't think.
I don't remember
It's
what.
the other flashback sequence.
Yeah. We'll get to it. We'll probably bring it back up because we're losers like that. The bat.
Oh, man.
There ain't
No
bat.
Yeah, but you should have shot that gun on the kid, man. You should have shot that gun on the kid.
Oh, they got a Hebrew grave in there. It's nice. Nice little diversity nod over there. Can't have them all wasp.
I like how they had a angel tombstone right behind her when she said "Angel of Death."
Now, did we check up, like, obviously, like, well, I mean, they could have done voice modulation and stuff, but there's a different actor who voices the Phantasm, correct? I feel like that was the case.
Yeah, I think so.
We can confirm that, but that sounds right.
And I will distract you guys. Watch the scene of the movie while we look.
Oh, hey, look, some gravestones. Oh, some cool lighting for a cartoon. Did he just cry for Ted Nugent?
Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
The voice of the Phantasm, by the way, is Stacy Keach,
Ah.
who also voices Andrea Beaumont's father. So nice little symmetry there.
Ah,
Yeah.
very cool. Now, a lot of other actors have voiced Batman as well as Kevin Conroy. Do you guys have any other favorites that have voiced Batman besides Conroy?
Peter Weller was really good.
I mean, I definitely enjoyed. I think Peter Weller's got the gravitas and the kind of fear thing down. I also really like. I can never remember his name, but I had to look it up before this. Jeremy Sisto from the New Frontier animated film. I like a lot. I like Peter Weller and Jeremy Sisto. They sound very similar, younger and older versions of each other.
I think what's his name, Bruce Greenwood, that plays Chris Pike in the J.J. Abrams Batman films or Star Trek films.
It's not that funny, but it is.
All those great J.J. Abrams Batman films.
The best.
When he rebooted the series in 2009.
That's Abe Vigoda, by the way. The voice of Abe Vigoda.
He can never be young, even in animated form.
Played Tessio in the first Godfather. And second Godfather, now that I think about it. He shows up in a flashback scene.
He was also in Good Burger.
Was he really?
Yeah, he was.
He's the fry cook.
I saw that movie once
It's
in the
so
theater.
good.
I saw it in theaters, too, for
Yeah.
my birthday.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was. I mean, probably was around my birthday.
I love that movie. Seriously, though.
I don't know why he had the date rape face after he, sprayed the breath mint. Like he's going to make out with Batman when he shows up on the roof. He's looking forward to it. He's like, I got the roofies ready for
Interesting that
Batman.
the bat symbol is also like the yellow oval. I could have sworn in the TV show it was still the white circle.
Yeah.
That's what you get with a bigger budget. Turns out that's not even like a voice recorder. He's just talking into like a little box.
Pack of cards.
Yeah. Diane, while I was fighting the Joker today. It's a Twin Peaks reference for anyone that's concerned.
A woman.
Women aren't allowed to mourn.
The one thing Batman fears women.
I mean, there's plenty to be said about that, right?
Yeah.
The way his relationship with Catwoman, the fact that he literally can't touch Poison Ivy.
Yeah. He like comes home, he's like almost out of breath, freaking out, almost sobbing. I was like, "What was it, Master Bruce?" It was a woman.
Oh, good heavens.
I'll get the board games
Is
and the hot cocoa, sir.
Paul McCartney playing Alfred?
Yes. Paul McCartney's Alfred. And Al Pacino's Batman.
Oh, the Joker.
Get out of my face, you stupid schmo. Batman's creeping.
Rape. I'll bash him.
You're saying the World's Fair is still standing in Queens?
I mean, a lot of it is still standing in Queens.
Kid is strangling his brother.
Why would they load the car behind the empty car first?
Because the kid was strangling his brother.
Yeah.
The International House of the Future, where women still do all the work. Why are they butting heads?
Yeah. It's a traditional Gotham.
I love you,
dating
Thunk.
sign.
Oh, you're so beautiful, Thunk. Let's make out, Thunk. Mwah, mwah, Thunk. You're seeing it now, bitch.
Jeez.
Bruce just went from 6 to midnight.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
Oh, I
Does
will
it-
drive that car one day.
does it come in black?
Oh, blue. My pop's collar.
Did anyone notice how the wheels on that car don't actually touch the
Yeah,
ground?
exactly. Yeah. Just an awful jalopy of a car.
It's the future, guys. God. He's not really a parents type. You know what I'm saying? Rotary car phone.
Duh. He actually just went duh.
I
I don't know, George.
don't know, Master Bruce. Maybe you should meet her parents.
Howard Hughes.
Stacy Keach, voice of the Phantasm.
We established that like 10 minutes ago.
Well, this is the first time he's on the screen.
He's also the villain in the movie Nebraska, if such a thing can exist.
He's also the villain of this movie as the Phantasm. I don't know if you know, but he voices the Phantasm as well as that guy.
Carl Beaumont.
Sure.
Cigarette. Cigar.
All the bad guys in this movie smoke.
That's how you know they're bad.
Yeah.
Smoking's bad.
Just say no, kids.
Unless it's weed, because that's not really... I mean, what?
Just say no, kids.
Just say no.
That's not the image we want.
He's breaking her hand.
What? It's not even attached.
Abe Vigoda will outlive us all.
Yeah. I mean, he's the same age in the Godfather, first Godfather, as he is in this film. So, didn't he used to have like a reoccurring thing on Conan?
Yeah,
Yes.
Abe Vigoda's still not dead.
We might see him again then. Mad Max.
No, I don't see a Thunderdome.
There's no Thunderdome.
There's no...
It's Marlon Brando. That guy looks exactly like fucking Marlon Brando. My son, we will beat the shit out of you, my son. You just hit him with a ham?
Yes, country ham.
The the strongest of the hams.
Oh man, all that martial arts training, and he still leads with the people's shoulder. And is that guy a Nazi captain? Did he have a Nazi captain hat?
I think so. Marlon Brando again. Turns into Ghost Rider. We have a crossover. That is the bat he uses when he becomes Batman of Zuranar. I'm with, he is in the Brave and the Bold episode, which is actually
Voiced by Kevin Conroy.
Yeah, a really funny episode. Slow mo punch in the face.
Motorcycle's still going the same speed though.
It's the future.
Oh, landed on a metal cash box.
Women weaken legs.
What's in the box?
Our man, no. He draws every single character in the DC universe.
Not gay enough.
I'll never be a comic artist.
You can never get the boobs big enough.
Is that what his
For the-
problem is?
For the women or the men. Well. Make up a dirty limerick or something.
He hurt his hand. he got hit in the fucking gut with a baseball bat, and the one thing he like shakes off the pain is when he hits his hand.
No, we're dead.
That is not a bad idea. Give more money to the city.
So they can hire more corrupt cops?
No, they can.
God.
This is my favorite scene in the entire movie.
Then why are you talking over it? God.
Now I know his like vow is like really strong to his parents, but does he really think that his parents wouldn't want him to be happy?
In his own mind, yeah.
And that's fucked up.
Yeah, Bruce Wayne is not maybe the most mentally balanced man.
And the fact that he doesn't think his parents would want him to be happy.
Oh, look at him. He's crying.
He's been there for 5 days.
5 days.
I was frozen today. Sorry. The way you said days just brought that back. We should watch Commando. Or Suburban Commando.
Suburban, yeah. I'd watch either.
Okay, Murtaugh. Calm down.
Dude, what if they made a Lethal Weapon animated movie?
Okay, Barabbas, calm down.
Get it.
We secretly switched out his oxygen with helium.
That would be fucking great.
They'll crucify me.
Danny O'Neill? Neil Adams?
God, why would you program your computer to blink like that?
That one eye just
World's
pops open.
greatest detective.
I mean, that's good detective work.
It's better
Going
than
well.
the-
I mean, him going.
It's better than, a canary with a Tommy gun or whatever the fuck it was. A sparrow with a machine gun.
That's right. Weighs 2 ounces and is dangerous.
I'll get drive-through.
Let's make this as complicated as possible to drive out of the back gate.
Yeah. One false move and he's gone.
Yeah.
No rails.
Oh, I'm gonna pound this Taco Bell when I get back. Oh, I can't. Oh, and he crashes over the side. I was too excited for my Taco Bell. That would be me if I was Batman. I would die because I'd be too busy trying to eat a fucking chalupa in the Batmobile. Fall over the side.
Andrea's father.
It's funny that Bruce Wayne's best fashion sense is in an animated film.
You're saying that the Michael Keaton layered look from
The
Batman
layered look,
89?
the Steve Jobs look, the man perm. Although
You open it.
yeah.
Oh, it's a ring. Okay. You gave me a ring box. I had no idea what the fuck it was.
Is this a blood diamond?
Me brew. Over there it's bling bling, over here it's bling bang. I'll laugh at myself for a second. Blood
Let's
diamond.
make out.
Sometimes those are the only people that laugh at you
That's right.
or with you.
Not now, guys. Jesus. Tick.
Oh no, my parents are angry that I'm not following through with my vow. That wasn't even my Romano voice. Oh, Deborah.
The rest of this commentary is you're gonna yep, you're doing it as Ray Romano. I'll do Kermit the Frog and Sam does Clint Eastwood. It's the rest of the commentary starting now.
Jesus, that's almost an hour of commentary.
Yeah, well, we gotta do what we gotta do.
Okay. Hey, that guy kind of looks familiar.
Yeah, we'll probably see him later as the Joker.
What do you think, Clint?
You ruined my car.
Hey, the fact that you had to say, "What do you think, Clint?" is pretty funny.
Oh, well, I was just curious what he thought.
I would love to see Alfred in a, pajamas or maybe a sweatpants do Casual Friday. He's always in that tux. It's a little crazy.
He's a hardened butler from England. They take it very seriously.
Well, you figure they're all hardened butlers from England, but okay, whatever you say, Dick.
I mean, did you ever see Jeeves from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air doing Casual Friday?
I saw Ass Jeeves.
Hey, Clint, while I got you here, I just wanted to say I think my favorite movie you've done is Invictus.
Invictus.
It's good. It's a good one.
You never know how much of my soul I had to give up to make Invictus. This is actually legitimately good fucking scene.
Yeah, how fucking rude of us. Pretty sure he just put that on backwards.
Pretty sure Alfred just shit his pants.
Or got an erection.
Both?
Why not both? You just stole that fucking
I'm just going to
picture.
be taking this. Going to wank material for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah. 5 years. Justice.
Okay, we touched on the fact that part of the World's Fair is still standing in Flushing. What's is it as shitty as the World's Fair in Gotham City?
I'm pretty sure it is. I mean, I lived there for a while and I never went there, but I'm pretty sure that's the consensus. I mean, you saw Men in Black.
Yeah, it's been a while, but yeah.
Sounds terrifying. It sounds like the Millennium Falcon there.
It's not my fault. And so to touch on all this from the Batman 89 commentary, you guys don't mind the Joker being a crook before he becomes the Joker.
Oh no, I think it actually kind of works because it's like a hypersense gives him more of to play with at his
More
disposal.
maliciousness and stuff, yeah.
I don't mind it, but I believe I said in that commentary, and I'll say it again here, that
Don't
I
say it
do
again.
prefer.
How dare you?
No, I do prefer the kind of
What was
like
that? That was
ambiguous-
like the boner stance that he just did.
Did he? Oh, I was too busy paying attention to myself.
He popped. Oh, and there goes his. But yeah, you were saying?
I prefer the kind of more ambiguous origin.
Sure.
Well, but I don't mind him being a crook first. K9, is that you?
Affirmative. And there he goes.
They put a skin on the robot. And it maintained until he pulled that off.
So is Mark Hamill really done with the Joker?
That's what he said. He said that Arkham City was his last performance, and he's seeing red. But yeah, he said he would only come back if they did an adaptation of The Killing Joke.
Ah, well.
Oh my god,
Get
if
on
they
it.
did. And they actually killed him.
Was he sweating or crying?
It's so creepy.
Shit, she knows who I am.
Well, it seems like a bit of a bummer.
Oh, well, you know.
Hey, keep going, man. Yeah, you got to keep going.
I lost it. I didn't know what I was talking about.
It's gone.
Oh. I've got this toy somewhere.
I just have to follow the smoke trail.
Yeah.
She's running really fast to be able to outrun a bat plane or bat wing.
She does a lot of weird stuff that they never explain. Being bulletproof, super jumps.
The slowest helicopter.
The what? Step away from the what?
And one dude's just like tapping the glass like, is this how I do it?
My first day.
Shooting through the propellers. Smart.
Gotham's finest.
It's the worst.
Right at the end, he just kind of gives up. It was like,
His form was great, but he couldn't stick the landing.
Yeah.
We're going to have to give him a 5 out of 10.
oh, you hate to see that happen to a rookie.
Oh, it's the one rooftop filled with cops and Harvey Bullock?
Sandra Bullock's father.
Did they actually say hut, hut, hut?
Yep.
Oh.
They were definitely saying it right there.
Well, I mean, like, SWAT team, is that actually a thing?
No.
I don't know.
Excellent. He hits the helicopter. Shit. It's the Batman, guys. It's the Batman.
How do they see him? He's like in the middle of the floor.
Oh. Kind of has that, like, oh.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
Almost an homage to Year One.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm coming for you.
He's wearing those tanning goggles he wear at the tanning salon. Batman's a piece of wood?
I knew it.
How lucky for her to just pull up right there.
Nah, they got a car. Forget it.
We can't fight against cars.
I remember, I think it was Bruce Timm, that he was like a huge fan of the idea of Jack Napier, which is why obviously it's...
Yeah, Paul Dini, yeah. The lead writer on Batman the Animated Series. To the point where Jack Napier is credited as being the Joker in some of the early episodes of the series. But by the end of it, they're like, we don't know who he is.
If you hold on for one more day. No, that's fine. Whatever.
You're on your own, Chris.
Good. What a face.
Damn it, Daddy! I'm going to my room. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you.
Watching Sam say that was worth it.
The arms crossed and
Yeah.
everything.
There it is. You can't tease it, man.
I hate you. Yeah, that's right. Dad, you're a real son of a bitch. Bothers me how wide her eyes are open all the time.
What's that a painting of in the background?
Chaos. Yeah, I don't know.
5 years.
He's rubbing her closed eye.
That's what girls like. I guess I'll get the condoms again.
Bruce's leg goes up as well.
Dink.
And we get a shot of a subway going into a tunnel.
A rocket setting off.
Hot dog in the middle of a donut.
Not even natural.
I don't know why that was so funny. Hot dog going in the middle of a donut.
You guys have seen those, like, I don't know if you have, but like
Unreal,
online,
Sam. That's so unreal, dude.
online, there'll be like fake Cosmo sex tips, and one of them was like Cosmo sex tip number 5,000 whatever, fuck a donut.
He's like, shut up, Alfred.
Shut up! I'm not happy. I mean, I'm happy, but I'm not happy.
Where's Dick Grayson in all of this? Because at this point, they've already introduced like Dick Grayson.
Yeah, well, the thing with Dick
Doing his
Grayson
homework.
in the animated series was that he would pop up when it was convenient.
For the first 2 seasons, season 3, they renamed the series The Adventures of Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
And so he was in like virtually every episode, season 3
Mm-hmm.
on.
Good thing I have my red pencil here.
Wonder what happens. What if you drew
World's greatest detective.
What if he drew like Mr. Freeze's helmet on that? And it's like, that fits too.
Yeah.
And then he draws like him holding an umbrella, and he's like, shit, he could be the Penguin as well.
And puts like cat ears on it.
Catwoman.
It happened at C. C for Catwoman.
Gives him a bowler hat, and he's like, oh fuck, he's the Riddler.
He draws Alfred's face and he's fucking Alfred.
Extreme close-up Joker.
Starts getting really obscure with the
Calendar
villains.
Man.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Hush! He hasn't even been introduced yet.
Bat might.
Batman of Surinah. Batman Jones?
Mark Hamill taking inspiration from the blue meanie of Yellow Submarine.
Definitely.
Blue.
Where do they get a load of me?
Oops, it's the electroshock one.
I'm glad you're dead. I believe that's Ghost of Christmas Yet to Come.
Joker's basically Rorschach in this. Trying to figure out who's killing all of his friends. And being wrong. Superman.
So that's what the kids are calling it nowadays.
I'm about to see the scariest Joker laugh in the history of animated Joker laughs.
Or hear it. It's a laugh.
Rapist Joker. And this really conveys like how painful it would be to be like Jokerized.
Yeah.
I wonder if he could recreate that laugh if he wanted to right now. He's turning into a freakazoid.
Thanks for knocking over my tray, bitch.
But what if that were the truth?
And he dies. We never see him again, so for all we know, that probably could have killed him. And Batman just flies away. Oh.
That rotary is like an egg.
Step 1 or rule 1 of breaking and entering: never answer the phone. Ooh.
So the Joker, if we believe Jack Napier to be Jack Napier, kind of had a hand in creating the Phantasm as well.
That's right.
And the Joker loves baloney.
I like baloney.
That's a rusty knife. It can't be safe.
He's crazy. Is that his sex doll too? Is this pre Harley Quinn? Yeah, that's a yes to my previous question.
What the fuck?
I like how her body type like completely changes too.
Why the smoke when you have a hook hand?
Why does it come out in a spiral?
Why does Joker not have a collar?
That's not smoke.
There goes the hook hand. You had the hook hand.
Yeah.
And-
You blew it.
Yeah.
Moron.
We got a moron here.
Right in the jingle bells.
Why is she programmed to do this? / why is there a button to change what she does?
I wonder what the plan with the egg beater was. Kind of like that guy in Big Trouble in Little China that has the back scratchers. Oh, baloney, her one weakness.
He's hitting her in the face with baloney.
She's got a weakness for being slapped in the face with some meat. You know what I'm saying? Like, salamis and cold cuts.
Roast turkey mainly.
Yeah.
Honey glazed ham occasionally.
I'm not a big fan of ham.
I like ham.
That's good. That's good.
Well, when Deborah makes ham,
Hey, Miss Piggy's ham, and I eat it anyway,
Well, that's the only ham you do eat. You know what I'm saying?
That's
He bites her.
I came in like a wrecking ball.
I came in.
like a wrecking ball. You might want to close your mouth with all those particles in the air. It's not safe. Batman is impervious to wind turbines. It's just like, oh.
It's the end of Spider-Man 2.
But
there
his
it goes.
bike isn't.
They have that toy, too, as well.
It's
Where did you get these wonderful toys?
the store. Oh, well, I had my parents. I'd buy them at the Toys R Us. Deborah.
What?
Superman.
Oops. Well, shit.
And she's crushed. He's dead, Jim. Well, no, you are sane.
Andy from Toy Story?
I don't know, Bruce. What will vengeance solve?
Yeah, right?
Boosh!
That's the pot calling the kettle Batman. I farted. I'm surprised we've gone that far. And it's a fart joke. Basically, the end of the movie.
I think this is the first time we've ever made a fart joke in our commentaries.
Really?
And
That's a
but
shame.
yeah, I agree. Especially with this movie, how did we not
Well, let's just
already
go
make?
full on fart humor the rest of the movie. No.
That was a stinky one. Deborah, bring in the Lysol. Not the disinfectant one. It was just
Warner Brothers brand. You know, this was another late addition with a budget increase, and the idea was a lot of Silver Age comic books have like Batman facing his villains, like with the city as a small backdrop on the covers, and so they're like, oh, let's kind of do a nod to that.
I want that head
Joker,
dress.
yeah. Oh man, my Achilles tendon.
Ah, my Achilles neck. Damn, I saw that tooth. Gojira!
Yeah, I mean, there's more than a little like King Kong influence coming up.
Me. But did King Kong ever do that?
Should have. We need to reboot King Kong to be hip and ride subway trains.
Yeah.
Fuck you, planes. Oh, it's a Mr. Freeze statue. Or Anti-Monitor. And he's got the Sean Connery jetpack from Thunderball.
Straight out of the movie.
Straight out of Compton.
Looks just like Sean Connery, too.
Whatever it takes. Oh, that was a Degrassi theme. It took me a second to remember what I was. how's this one? Whack. Right?
One way or another, I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna get you one way or another.
I'm gonna find you. I am gonna get you. Yeah.
Have I mentioned I love how professional these commentaries are?
Oh, yeah. Oh, totally.
Totes my goats.
Right down to the impeccable Clint Eastwood.
Oh.
This is a good Joker laugh, too.
Stella. I shall become a rat.
Ratman.
He's passed out.
Somebody save me.
Love that show.
Literally. Let's look. Hey, look, a shot of the abyss that you're walking. Jesus. She knows where my bat cave is.
Meanwhile, on the Titanic.
Be all room? Oh, okay, ballroom.
Oh, Jughead.
Yeah.
I'm going to put this crown on my dick.
Echoing 89.
I feel like
Doesn't like every Batman movie end with the signal?
No. Well, I mean,
the first two Burton films.
We'll see in Forever soon that it starts a trend that lasts two movies that ends in Batman and Robin.
Ooh, voice talents. What? Kevin Conroy was in this? Sorry, that was a dumb joke.
That was a pretty dumb one.
You're a really dumb one.
Oh, man, I forget we got the porno sex.
Lethal
Yeah.
Weapon soundtrack.
All right. Guys, I don't know if I feel comfortable hearing this with both of you in here.
I've already, masturbated 3 times during the course of this.
I feel like I should light some candles.
It's like a Bond theme.
All right.
One of the shitty ones
Well,
from
Sam,
the 80s.
Sam, you know how to end this podcast with a certain song. Is this the backdrop?
The Gran Torino.
Yeah, the Gran Torino.
So tenderly. I'll spare you guys that. Just know that I can do it as fucking Clint Eastwood. Yeah, thanks for listening. Yeah, Chris is like finding his like inner feminine side to this.
Finding.
Yeah,
Right.
so
Yeah.
yeah, this has been another installment of Geek Out commentaries.
Geeks
with-
Out.
You don't
Geeks
even
Out,
know.
yeah.
Yeah.
With our 75th anniversary of Batman, covering the only animated Batman film to receive a theatrical release, Batman Mask of the Phantasm. We'll be back to live-action Batman next week with, I don't know, really the beginning of the end of good things with Batman Forever.
Yep.
So look forward to that.
Good night, Eric Bana.
Good night, Eric Bana.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I forgot about that.
They've been in all of them since.
All right, let's go.
Jerking off Africa.
Good night, Cheongdong Park.